you're watching Jack's Drones.
Hi, my name's Jack Hodgins. Welcome to day 2. I'm vlogging today, so I'll vlog as much as I can. Yesterday was quite cold, so I couldn't vlog, and I did a bit of flying and my hands are frozen after about 10 minutes being up in the air and stuff. So I got some of the shots. So I had 2 sites to film. So the first site I did yesterday, and the other site I did a little part of it. I didn't realise how big the site was. So I'm going to go back and finish it off. Yesterday weather was showing it's sunny, sort of cloudy all day, which it was. Winds were up and down. So today it's showing, yesterday when I got out in the morning it was like 3 Celsius outside, so it's quite chilly on the hands. But today it's actually showing as sort of, again, sunny, cloudy, and it's going to get cloudy after 10 o'clock today, which is like 9, it's about 20 past 9 now. But it's actually showing the temperature is about 8 Celsius, so it's a bit more warmer than yesterday. So I'm going to go back to the first location where I only did a little bit of filming. I'm going to see if I can finish that shot off. It's a long flat block of flats that I'm getting just the roofing side of the flats. So I did half of it, and it goes into a long shape all the way down, quite some way actually. So I'm filming in different spots, so I don't have to make the Inspire go too far out of reach, and I definitely don't want to fly line of sight because of where it is and stuff. It's not in the city centre, it is out in the sticks a bit, so it's not actually in all the right rules anyway, so I've checked all that. So hopefully we'll get those bits. And trouble is what stops me from getting a bit too close to the building. A, not allowed to, and B, the trees. There's a lot of trees grown that are actually taller than the block of flats themselves. So it's hard to navigate a little bit lower just to get the more detail on the roofing. But I'll try and get a little bit closer to get a bit more detail on the roofing. We'll see how it goes, but I'm not risking my quadcopter because it's expensive, that's if it crashes. But the wind speed should be lower, so it'll be more easy, because yesterday I was a little bit blowy. Got the shot, but it was quite hard to keep it still because I was actually sort of fighting against the wind just a little bit. But today it looks like the wind's a bit more calmer. It's yesterday winds were around about 14 miles per hour, and today they look like around about 7 miles per hour, so big difference. So let's get going. So first site, we're going back to revisit it and don't forget the shot in, and then we'll then start heading back towards Surrey, and as we go down through the different counties, we'll see what's along the route to drop off and get the Inspire out, and get the Inspire to stretch its legs a bit, get some nice shots off as well. There is a river here that's got a nice bridge at the end of it, so if I can find the entrance to park nearby it, because there's lots of space to take off, there's no sort of shops or buildings around the river bit, it's quite nice and spacious, ideal location to go up in the air, even if it's just to hover over and get that nice sort of bridge shot. Then I'll see if I can get anywhere near it, because obviously at the moment, yesterday looking at it, looks like it's quite hard to get to, but we'll see if we can do that as well today, if that is.
Taken by the words that you say, the voice that carries them has kept me astray. Too soon to act on it, can we ever be? That all depends on what you're feeling from me. Let me show you all the way. Let me show you all the way.
Right, I've just got back and it's freezing. I think it's like 7.5 Celsius. It's freezing on the hands. My I'm sitting all like blotching red when it's so freaking cold. Just on fingertips. It's only the fingertips. I'm actually right. It's just my fingertips are really cold. I haven't found any accessory that you can put your controller in and your hands as well. Still see your screen and still be nice and warm with your hands, because that'd be pucker in cold conditions. This is literally crap weather. Not crap weather, it shouldn't be that cold, but obviously it is. Got a bit of a wind going, but once you're up there, the Phantom 3 is very still, and I've noticed that when you got quite high up, it does keep saying poor weak signal, but if you point the aerial or the remote control in the direction you're flying, it picks it back up again. So and I have to move about a little bit as well, because I kept getting that a lot going across the building, as you can see from the video. As that's further I got away from it, still line of sight, still could see it all times. It kept coming up weak signal, but every time I pointed the controller in the right direction, and at some point I was actually aiming the antenna up higher as well, because also the higher you go, the more you aim it up, and then the signal comes back and you get a nice strong signal again. I haven't had a signal drop out, so that's good. As long as I was pointing in the direction it was and followed it with my remote control at the same time, then it was perfect all the time. So I don't know if you can see this, but this is where I took off from. So that bit of green grass there, because if you look around, there's like roads, there's businesses, and right next door to it, we've got the fire station as well and stuff. So I'm in the car park opposite this little grassy patch here. So it was great for taking off. It cleared the trees nicely, and as I went over the trees to make sure I was up higher than all the trees. And then I started following the roof round on this building to get the actual roof shot that I needed. And as I was coming back, I then raised up a little bit higher just to make sure. Got over the trees, and as it's sort of coming into land just up here in the clearing, I landed down and I hand landed it, because the grass is a little bit long and a little bit wet. Because I did take off and found I had a bit of water on the lens, so I had to come back down again and wipe it and then do it again. But perfect. Again, I recalibrate it here to make sure it stays here, and I take off and I hover for about 2 or 3 seconds, just enough for the app to sort of say you've got GPS and you've got home lock. Once you've got home lock, you're good to go. It's getting really windy now, so I've got the shot finished off, got quite close so you can see all the solar panels and the actual roofing they did as well and fitted. It's sort of a blue corrugated roof they've installed, and solar panels along the way. They've got some radio links up there as well. I don't know if that's transmitting internet there, I don't know. But I've got the shot. Just downloading the footage now, well, downloading all the images anyway, because the app won't allow you to download the footage unless it's 1080p only. But I record everything in 4K, well 2.7K for the Phantom 3. So I just wait for the images to upload. So that's my boot of my car. And this is where I filmed there. That big tall building there. Goes all the way along. It goes for quite some mile up the road there as well. So it's fair old building, huge, big block of flats. Not very tall. Some places a bit lower, other places a bit higher. And there's a swimming pool in the middle of it all as well, indoor one anyway. But no, looks like I got a good shot. So images are almost downloaded. I can set back to Surrey, so not bad. So we'll do a bit more blogging on the way down to Surrey and see what else we can fly. We'll get the Spy one out, because it hasn't been flown yet. So hopefully the weather will be a bit more calmer as we start heading back towards Surrey. So yeah, good day. Well, good morning at least anyway. Got the shot. Remember, it's always about the shot. I found a brilliant place for flying, and there's a car park, massive long car park, and there's lots of land right along by the Riverside in Newcastle. Absolutely brilliant for flying with, but unfortunately the wind coming off the water is horrendous. It's really windy. I think it's going to be too much well, the battery is low on my Phantom, so I've not got anywhere to charge it, but that would have been probably blown all the way down the river, and I think it'd be way too much for the Inspire. We've got in the next car park, which is segmented off, you've got a fire brigade out. We've got probably about 6 fire trucks, and they're all practicing with their hoses, and they're practicing with actually the water side as well, pumping water, all their rigmarole skills they go through anyway as part of the training, all out there training there. And in the next car park, you've got people practicing on bikes and stuff. And there's a shop over here it's all about bikes. I think that's where you can rent the bikes and actually ride along this bit, because it's going for miles.
That all depends on what you're feeling from me. Let me show you all the way. Let me show you all the ways. Oh, let me show you all the ways. Yeah, let me show you all the ways.
Nice way. And what did I see in the distance? The Angel of the North, and it had to be done. So I managed to find a turning off and signposted all the way here. If you want to come and do it, guys, there's a big ginormous car park right outside it, so you can literally get car. It's free parking for what I can see. You can go over and take photographs, and it's a big, massive space around it if you want to get a drone shot in. You know, so just make sure you got quite high. You've got to be got quite high to get the shot anyway, because it's a very, very tall bit of art there for you. So once you got the height up, you're clear. If it's gonna fall out the sky, or your drone, it's only gonna hit the ground, the fields. There's bushes around, you know, so it's quite away from like the city and the housing itself. So there's no sign to say you can't fly. So I'll put the footage up, and what a great thing! I didn't realise actually. I didn't think it was actually up near Newcastle at all. I thought it was like way somewhere else. But as I saw it, I thought I had to do it. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's massive. So check my Instagram, all photographs up. Check my Facebook, I put photographs up on there as well of the Angel of the North. And I'm going to do a nice little video as well, which will go on my YouTube channel. So no, that's a good shot. Got in. Bit windy, but wasn't massively windy. The Inspire did it really well. You can take when Inspire took off, it was slightly at an angle when the wind's against it, but it handled it perfectly. Flew right the way around. Didn't fly too near it because it's all made of metal. I'm not sure how the Inspire would react with Wi-Fi signal and things like that, but it looked fine. No loss of signal. Did moan about the battery being a bit too cold, but I just hovered for a bit, allow it to warm up a bit, and it was all right. So got the flight in, stable as anything. Stayed in its position while I took some snaps and some video. Fantastic.